In the world of gaming, we often hear about AAA blockbusters with their massive budgets and indie titles that charm us with creativity. But what about AA games? These hidden gems sit perfectly in the middle, offering refined experiences, bold ideas, and plenty of heart, all without breaking the bank. Today we're diving into 15 absolutely great AA games that prove you don't need $1 billion budget to create unforgettable adventures. Let's get started. Our list kicks off with A Plague Tale: Requiem, the stunning sequel to A Plague Tale: Innocence. This game builds on everything the first title accomplished and then takes it further. The story continues with Amicia and Hugo as they flee a devastating plague and a ruthless inquisition, but this time the stakes are higher. Hugo's mysterious powers are growing stronger, and they are both faced with increasingly difficult choices as they navigate a world in chaos. What truly sets Requiem apart is its emotional depth. The bond between Amicia and Hugo is palpable, and every scene is dripping with tension and heartache. The stealth mechanics are refined, offering multiple ways to approach encounters. Whether you're sneaking past guards, solving environmental puzzles, or trying to fend off the relentless rat swarms, the gameplay keeps you constantly engaged. And let's not forget the visuals. They are breathtaking, with lush environments and eerie plague-ridden cities brought to life with incredible detail. I'll admit this game left me emotionally drained, but in the best way possible. The writing is superb and the emotional weight of the story is something you won't forget. Plus those rat swarms, absolutely terrifying.
We really must get to higher ground.
Fire's doing all right. For now.
For now. Good. One brazier at a time.
We can make it.
Another Crab's Treasure is easily one of the most unique games on this list. Imagine a Souls-like game, but instead of battling in dark fantasy worlds, you're exploring a colorful underwater kingdom as a crab. That's right, this game combines tough-as-nails combat with a healthy dose of humor. The main gameplay hook involves scavenging for makeshift armor from discarded items in the ocean. Whether it's a tin can or a bottle cap, everything becomes a piece of your crab's armor. But don't be fooled by its whimsical appearance. This game doesn't hold your claw. Boss battles are challenging, requiring precise timing and strategy. The underwater setting also deserves a mention. It's vibrant, filled with quirky sea creatures and surprisingly deep, pun intended. The game subtly weaves in themes of ocean pollution and environmental preservation, giving it a message that resonates beyond its fun mechanics. I went into this game expecting to laugh at the concept, but I stayed for the incredible gameplay and clever world building. It's the kind of game that surprises you at every turn. Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden is a game that will linger in your heart long after the credits roll. From the developers behind Life is Strange, this action RPG tells the story of Antea and Red, two ghost hunters bound together by love and tragedy. Their relationship forms the emotional core of the game as Antea exists as a spirit, and you must navigate a world filled with moral dilemmas and difficult choices to find a way to reunite. The gameplay is a blend of exploration, combat, and decision-making. You'll banish spirits, solve mysteries, and face harrowing choices that can drastically change the outcome of the story. The game's visuals are stunning, with a hauntingly beautiful world that feels alive, or should I say haunted. But it's not just the visuals that captivate, it's the deeply personal narrative that sets this game apart. Few games manage to balance action with such an emotional story. I felt genuinely connected to Antea and Red, and every choice I made weighed on me heavily. It's a testament to how storytelling in games can rival any other medium.
That Spectre's looking for a body.
You're done. I knew it.
If you've ever dreamed of being a gunslinging cowboy who takes on hordes of supernatural creatures, Evil West is your game. Set in an alternate version of the Wild West, this action-packed title throws you into the boots of a vampire-hunting cowboy armed with electrifying weapons and brutal melee abilities. The gameplay is a high-octane mix of gunplay and melee combat with a heavy dose of over-the-top action. Whether you're ripping through vampires with your trusty gauntlet or unleashing powerful combos, every fight feels dynamic and satisfying. The environments are just as impressive, ranging from dusty towns to eerie monster-filled caverns. But what really makes Evil West stand out is its unapologetic focus on fun. This isn't a game that takes itself too seriously. It's all about delivering an action-packed experience that keeps you hooked from start to finish. There's something incredibly satisfying about taking down supernatural creatures in a Wild West setting. It's a refreshing mix of genres that works surprisingly well. Ghost Runner 2 takes the frenetic, adrenaline-fueled gameplay of the original and elevates it to new heights. You play as Jack, a cybernetic ninja navigating a dystopian cyberpunk world. The core of the game is its high-speed combat and platforming, which demand precision, quick reflexes, and a whole lot of patience. The sequel introduces new mechanics including vehicle sections and expanded combat options, giving players more variety than ever. The levels are beautifully designed, with a neon-drenched aesthetic that perfectly captures the cyberpunk vibe. And the difficulty, let's just say it's not for the faint of heart. But every victory feels earned, making it one of the most rewarding experiences out there. This game made me feel like an unstoppable ninja one moment and utterly humbled the next. It's tough, but when you get it right, there's nothing quite like it.
Master.
It's over.
Forgive not this one's weakness, for he is not worthy. But through the sacrifice, carry forth the vengeance of the Ashura. May we be free!
Indika is a third-person adventure game that weaves together religious visions, self-discovery, and an unusual companion. In this game, you step into the shoes of Indika, a young nun who's grappling with her monastic life. But here's the twist, she's not your typical nun. Nope, she's got a direct line to the devil himself. Yep, you heard that right, the devil. And their connection becomes the heart of the narrative. Picture this, surreal landscapes, strange encounters, and a dash of religious conflict. As Indika, you'll navigate obstacles, tackle platforming sequences, and solve puzzles, all while collecting mysterious items along the way. It's like a spiritual scavenger hunt, but with a dash of the supernatural.
Kashyuk, is that you? Wait a second!
Hey, you! Drop your weapon! Drop it!
You drop your weapon!
Nine Souls is an action platformer that combines fast-paced combat with rich storytelling inspired by Asian mythology. You play as a hero returning to a mysterious and decayed world to confront the titular Nine Souls godlike entities that hold the key to your past. The combat is incredibly fluid, blending precision melee attacks with parries and abilities that feel satisfyingly responsive. Exploration is another key aspect, with beautifully designed levels that reward curiosity. The hand-drawn art style is jaw-dropping, making every moment feel like a piece of artwork come to life. Beneath the combat and platforming lies a deeply emotional story about destiny, vengeance, and the cyclical nature of life. The combat in Nine Souls had me hooked. It's tough but fair, and the fluidity of the animations made every battle a thrill. The story really snuck up on me, delivering moments that were surprisingly heartfelt. Remnant 2 is the definition of a co-op shooter done right. Building on the success of its predecessor, it refines everything fans loved while introducing exciting new mechanics. You and up to 2 friends can team up to explore procedurally generated worlds filled with deadly enemies, intricate puzzles, and epic boss battles. What makes Remnant 2 stand out is its RPG elements. You can customize your character's class abilities and gear to suit your playstyle, whether you prefer going in guns blazing or taking a more tactical approach. The game's replayability is off the charts thanks to its dynamic world generation, which ensures no 2 playthroughs are the same. I love how Remnant 2 keeps you on your toes. Just when you think you figured it out, the game throws in a curveball with a new enemy type or an unexpected environmental hazard. It's a game that keeps delivering surprises. Step into the metallic boots of one of the most iconic sci-fi heroes in Robocop Rogue City. This game does an incredible job of capturing the spirit of the original films, placing you in a crime-ridden dystopian Detroit. The gameplay combines first-person shooting with investigative elements, allowing you to deliver justice with a mix of brute force and detective work. The attention to detail is incredible, from Robocop's trademark HUD to the way he moves and interacts with the world. And of course, the game is packed with fan service, including plenty of nods to the original films. As someone who grew up watching Robocop, this game hit all the right nostalgic notes for me. The slow, deliberate combat feels just right for a character like Robocop, and the story captures the moral complexity of the franchise. Sifu is a love letter to martial arts films, delivering some of the most satisfying hand-to-hand combat ever seen in a game. You play as a martial artist on a quest for revenge, but there's a twist. Every time you die, you age. This aging mechanic adds a layer of strategy, as growing older makes you stronger but less resilient. The combat is fluid and challenging, requiring you to master combos, timing, and enemy patterns. It feels incredibly cinematic, like you're starring in your own kung fu movie. The levels are beautifully designed, with each one offering a unique set of challenges and memorable moments. I've never felt more like a martial arts master and simultaneously a student than I did playing Sifu. The aging mechanic is brilliant, forcing you to think about every encounter in a whole new way. From the creators of Hyper Light Drifter comes Solar Ash, a game that trades pixel art for a vibrant, surreal 3D world. You play as Ray, a void runner exploring a dying world filled with colossal creatures and strange landscapes. Traversal is the heart of the game, with Ray gliding, skating, and leaping through stunning environments. The combat is fast and fluid, often requiring you to exploit enemy weaknesses while staying on the move. But what really sets Solar Ash apart is its atmosphere. It's like stepping into a dream, with every moment feeling both serene and intense. I found myself getting lost in the sheer beauty of Solar Ash. The gameplay is exhilarating, but it's the world and its haunting soundtrack that stick with you long after you've finished. Still Wakes the Deep is a masterclass in atmospheric horror. Set on an isolated oil rig battered by a relentless storm, the game plunges you into a fight for survival against an unknown, unspeakable terror. With no weapons to rely on, your wits and agility are your only tools to navigate the labyrinthine corridors of the rig and evade the horrors. The game emphasizes immersion with incredible sound design that brings the creaking rig, howling winds, and distant screams to life. Every step feels tense, and the sense of isolation is palpable as you face the eerie unknown. I was completely gripped by the atmosphere in Still Wakes the Deep. It's one of those games where you feel like you can hear your own heartbeat as you inch forward, hoping not to alert whatever's out there. The lack of combat heightens the tension, making every encounter nerve-wracking. In Stray, you're not a hero wielding swords or guns, you're a stray cat navigating a decayed cyberpunk city. This unique premise is brought to life with stunning visuals, creative gameplay, and a surprisingly heartfelt story. As the cat, you explore the neon-lit alleys, interact with quirky robotic inhabitants, and solve puzzles to uncover the mysteries of this strange world. The game's attention to detail is extraordinary, from the lifelike movements of the cat to the beautifully designed environments. There's a quiet charm to the game that makes it as relaxing as it is intriguing. Playing Stray was a refreshing change of pace. It's a game that doesn't rely on traditional mechanics to engage you. It's all about exploration, curiosity, and those little cat moments that make you smile. Plus, the emotional beats hit harder than I expected. Who knew being a cat could feel so meaningful? So there you have it, 15 incredible AA games that prove quality doesn't always come with a AAA price tag. Which one will you play next? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.